Big Ange is on his way to London. Da-na-na, moving on up.
Well, technically he's moving on down, like, since he's going to London. Although the ceiling deal is...
Although he is down under, so he's technically moving up.
Well, that's true. The deciding factor is, though, is there any McDonald's beside the London Stadium, Wembley, or else...
Wembley, mate?
well,
No, it's actually the Tottenham Hotspur Arena.
That's the one.
I'm willing to bet my top rocker that there is plenty of McDonald's.
Yeah, they may have a built-in... Yo, that would be the ticket. See if the Spurs' stadium's got a built-in McDonald's.
The stadium can move. I'm sure it's got a McDonald's.
Well,
Never been to it. But 16 months in charge for Antonio Conte. Ange has been in charge of Celtic for a...
Have you noticed... before we talk about Ange, right? Let's talk a little bit about Antonio Conte and Tottenham. Have you noticed that the last two permanent Tottenham managers were serial winners? Had never left a club without winning something.
They go to Tottenham
And now both
hee-haw.
Mourinho and Conte have left Spurs without lifting any trophies. Is that no fucking embarrassing?
No, it is. It's
Don't get me wrong, Spurs kind of robbed Mourinho. He actually got them to a final, then they got rid of him and replaced him with some stupid fucking kid, like. But that was retarded.
Hey, was it Ryan Mason or something?
Aye, something like that. But like, no, I mean, I think that says more about Tottenham, in my opinion, than it does Conte and Mourinho. And I think Ange is a good manager in that, but I think he'd be dumb if he went to Spurs. Anyway, let's talk about it.
Hey, well, that's the video at the window, then he'd be dumb.
Well, come on, if Conte and Mourinho can't do fuck all at Spurs, then what's Ange going to do?
I think he would
No
be
disrespect.
dumb. I think you would rather go to like an Everton. Or, like
I think so.
Or a Leicester.
Cause I think if you go one of them, you're not really expected to, do much.
I know it may sound really stupid, but I think you're right. I think Tottenham's a fucking career killer.
Yes.
No, I would agree with Leicester and Everton, and we'll throw Phillip in. I feel like it kind of is a career killer to a degree, because you look at Gerrard, he's had nothing since he thing. But I feel like you have to be established if you go to Tottenham. I'm not saying Ange ain't established, but he's not name value of Conte.
Well, hold on. What good did being established do Conte and fucking Mourinho?
Well, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. But like I said, they're going to get other jobs.
So you think if Ange goes and fails, he'll not get another top job, whereas Mourinho and Conte go and fail, and they will get more top jobs?
Well, I'm not saying he wouldn't be worthy, because I think Ange is a great manager.
No, that's not what I'm asking. I'm saying, so you think if he goes and fails at Spurs, his career's over? Or at least has to rebuild?
I would say.
Conte and Mourinho can probably leave Spurs without any success and just move into another big job?
Yeah.
Like Mourinho did at Roma?
Yeah.
And Mourinho's doing well at Roma? Even though people thought, well, I say well, he won the...
Well, let's be real,
he won
right?
the third tier competition in Europe.
Ange is 58, 57.
Yeah,
what did he do before Celtic? Hee-haw.
No, but that's
Nothing
the thing.
noteworthy.
I don't know how anyone else really feels, but I've got this, I always have like this, belief that like Ange is like younger than he is because he's kind of new on the scene, if you know what I mean.
I bet he's not.
Ange doesn't strike me as someone who's approaching 60 due to the fact he's done fuck all before he went to sit. I get it, yeah, he was a manager of Australia, but it's like, even then, see when he was at Australia, you kind of like were led to believe that was his breakout job because you didn't really know the guy.
But he's been managing for about 30 fucking years.
And then you see, I've seen Celtic fans, I've seen Ryan118, a guy that we never mentioned on this channel, but I'll give him a wee cheap pop there. I've seen him say about the possibility of Ange staying for 10 in a row. It's like, what age would Ange be like if he stayed for 10 in a row?
Late
like 67?
Exactly. Hopefully not. I don't want that to happen.
No, but see, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Ange's getting old. Like, I mean, it's all right us saying that we don't know if Tottenham would be a good move, and it has, it's ruined all our managers and stuff, and it seems to be just Tottenham seems to be a club like destined for failure. But at the same time, like we said, Ange's approaching 60 now. It's like, can you really afford see if Ange's like 45, 48, something like that? I mean, he can afford to stay at Celtic for years and years. But like I said, the fact that the guy is approaching 60, it's like, how many more big clubs, how many more big offers are he going to get?
Exactly, but...
Plus, what happens to Ange if when Michael Beale gets a couple more transfer windows under his belt, Michael Beale's Rangers start playing Beale ball, and they start fucking destroying Ange? Then Ange has to leave Celtic with his tail tucked. And then people only remember him as the guy that beat Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. That could be Ange's time at the top done. So maybe, you know what I mean?
Oh, so you're saying Bale's going to beat him this season then?
I'm saying he could, like. Well, not this season.
No, fucking no chance.
No, I'm saying at the moment, Ange's stock's at an all-time high. If he wins the treble, it'll be even higher. But I feel like I don't see if he wins the treble. I don't really know what more Ange can do. Yeah, he could go and do 3 in a row, 4 in a row. But like, I feel like if he wins the treble, that's about as good as it's going to get from him, if you know what I mean.
And it was the same with Rodgers, wasn't it?
Yeah, like what more could Rodgers do? Celtic fans are blaming him, like, but what more could he just stay every season and go and do 6, 7?
If anything, it would have suited Rodgers if Rangers were challenging them way more, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but like say Celtic, even Celtic win the treble this season, right? And then maybe Ange stays next year. Next year, maybe Rangers win the league and Ange like wins a cup or something like that. His stock does go down. Maybe after that he doesn't get offered a Tottenham job. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Exactly, but yeah, Ange, you know what? He ain't going to Tottenham. We thought we'd make this fit because guess what? Every media supporter, whatever, says he goes.
What do you mean he's not going to Tottenham?
He's not going to Tottenham.
What's the fucking point of this vid then?
Because they all say he is. Any time an English man or an English club sacks somebody, Ange is fired in there.
Alright guys, Ange ain't going to Tottenham. What a waste of 5 minutes this was.
Was it a waste of 5 minutes? Because I'll tell you what, Lawrence Shanklin has been called up to the Scotland squad. Thoughts on this, Hearts fan? I thought he should have been in it.
I think he should have. He's a little bit out of form, but you know what? He's got the goals this season to back it up.
Without looking, who was his only goal for Scotland against?
Lawrence Shankland. It was against Georgia.
No. San Marino.
That's fucking pish,
That was a fucking tap into.
Having to call him up, get him
He
in.
said 4 games, he scored 1 goal.
Get him in.
San Marino. But you know what? I think there's just people in the Scotland squad that just shouldn't be there. Like, I'm going to always stand by that. Like, Kenny McLean, what is the point? I know, right, he's a midfielder, he's a striker, but see instead of being stagnant, right, you've got to go for the people that are going to be like first on the team sheet, or the youngsters, people that show promise, like something new.
People that can benefit from international experience.
Like,
how's Kenny McLean benefiting for sitting his ass on the bench for all 2 matches?
He keeps on calling up this. Was it Jacob Brown? Has he even fucking got a minute? If you're not right, what's the point of calling people up when you can get in a minute?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get Steve Clark.
I don't get as well. Like Shea Adams seems to be his number one. It's like, did you really need to start him against Cyprus? Why not start like a Jacob Brown? So we can see what Jacob Brown actually is capable of.
What I'm capable of. And again, why wasn't Lewis Ferguson starting against Cyprus?
I mean, yeah, banging the goals in for Bologna. Apparently wasn't good enough to go to Rangers though. Right.
Again,
why the fuck would you want Lewis Ferguson when you've got Scott Wright, eh?
Tell you, I'll give him credit. He played McTominay in a more advanced position and he gave him 2 goals and he came on.
I know, it could have just been right place, right time. Like,
alright, on that note, guys, Scotland are pish. We're getting nowhere. Thoughts on...
No, we're going somewhere. I think we'll finish second. I think we'll beat Norway. I think Norway's got 2 good players and that's it.
So hold on.
I do believe as a team...
If we get second, we just go into a playoff?
No, automatic qualification.
Is it? That's fucking brilliant.
That's what I mean, Who I think
There's no excuse for not being fucking Norway.
I think we could rival Spain.
I think we could too.
Like, I'm not saying Norway will be easy, but I just genuinely believe that we have got a better team than Norway. I put it this way, if we were doing a combined 11, apart from Haaland and Odegaard...
I'd need to look at the...
I know, I'd need to look at the Norway team, like, but...
Who's their goalie?
I tell you what...
They've probably got a good Norwegian goalie.
I tell you what, the more Scotland players definitely gets in a combined team.
Oh, yeah.
We could probably field 4 or 5 better left backs.
Why couldn't we have fucking Odegaard and Haaland in our team?
Be good, wouldn't it? Be icing on the cake.
It would be.
Anyway, guys.
That is it. We'll be back for a preview tomorrow. I
was going to drag it to 10 minutes, but fuck that. 50 seconds, I mean.
Well, before we get there, do you think if we beat Spain, that's us through?
It would set us up in a really good... But, like, I'm not aiming for second. I'm aiming for first.
What's what I'm saying?
I don't think we'll get first, like, but I'd like to... I think we're at a point now. I think as a football...
We gave Spain a game in, 2010.
When we were shite.
And they were fucking the best they'd ever been.
That was the best they'd ever been. So, a lot's changed since then. We've got a lot better and they've got a lot worse. So, hopefully we can maybe, I don't know, overtake them. But, no, for me, I think as a nation now... Oh, I'm not saying over one game. I'm not saying, we're as good as any. But I think over one game, there's not a single nation in the world I don't think we can beat.
Yeah.
So, why? Let's see over a qualifying campaign. Why can't we just show a bit of consistency? Beat teams that we should be beating, and maybe pick up a good result against Spain and top the group.
Get 12 points against the two shitey teams, and then you know what? You fucking give your best against Norway and Spain.
Alright. But we have to do that. It was
But
important.
again, I fought that against Belgium and Russia in that group, and fuck, we lost four times.
Let's not talk about that group.
Let's not talk about Russia. Fladdy daddy. Anyway, that's it for Folk Football. Check out the videos tomorrow, the match preview, and maybe there'll be some transfer.
Who'd Russia
news.
get in their qualification group?
Zelensky on a silver Ukrainian platter.
Alright.
Till then, peace.